New York here. For those of you who may not have saw it, back in 2023, I did a little interview with Wes Watson. You know, it went fairly good, but we got into it a little bit. You might want to go back and check it. And afterwards, I felt a little bad. So going into the new year, new year, new me, I decided maybe I'd give him another chance. So I started trying to reach him. Sadly, every time I called, I would get either his wife or his helper, and they would tell me that he was in the hospital. He was getting some type of surgery for this thing called gyno. Apparently, when men do a lot of testosterone and a lot of, steroids, they grow bitch tits. I think that's the definition for him. That's the medical definition. I'm not trying to make fun of the man. But yeah, apparently he was going through a lot. He grew bitch tits from all the steroids he did. His voice was starting to drop and he was getting it fixed. So I wished him the best and I said, listen, Wes, when you got a chance, have him give me a call. So eventually he called me. And I know a lot of you think Wes is a loudmouth, an asshole and all these other things. But that's not what happened. We started talking about family. We started talking about his kids. He was asking about my dog, about my mom, about my dad. He invited me over for a Sunday supper. It was a really nice conversation. Apparently, Wes changed too. A lot of people in this world change. It is a new year, like I said. Out with the old and with the new. That's the saying, right? I was pretty much blown away by how nice of a guy he became. So I said, listen, Wes, why don't you come on? Why don't you come on my show just one more time and show the world who you are? And he said he would. And that's where we are today. So, like usual, I got him on FaceTime, and he's going to talk today. He's going to talk about how he changed, his new ways, and all the beautiful things about life. Basically, he wants to come on here and be positive and show his positivity. After all, what Wes Watson does is he's a mentor. You pay him, in case you don't know it, and he mentors you. And when I say you pay him and he mentors you, I mean you pay about $3,000 and he has, people working for him at minimum wage who just read off a call sheet, and you never actually talk to Wes Watson or get mentored, but he steals your money basically. But yeah, he's a good guy and we got him on FaceTime today. Wes, I'd like to bring you on. First, I want to say Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. I hope the kids are doing well. I hope your wife's doing well. I hope the business is doing well. And I just hope everything's good. How you doing, bro?
You're a fucking sorry excuse for a man, and you're a pussy-ass bitch, and your own people don't even fuck with you.
Really, Wes? I thought you changed your ways. I was calling you to say hi, and I thought we were going to talk about some good things. When we were talking, I was telling you that I've been doing fairly well with YouTube, and that I'm trying to expand and get more serious about things, and I wanted to start a podcast this year and all these other things. And you were telling me that you wished me the best and, YouTube could be a great thing for me. Why the sudden change of heart?
None of you motherfuckers have any clout on YouTube. You guys don't have followings. I do. Because guess what? I'm still a complete up individual with a flawed perspective, especially when it comes to actually having to do some fucking work.
Wow, Wes, I sure hope this isn't the way you teach, your customers, I guess you call them, or your clientele, the people that you mentor. I mean, how do you even teach them anything when you're this rude and you're this, crazy? It's like, I feel like you're robbing these people. I'm going to be honest, Wes.
I made this life, and you see all this shit off of you guys.
You do have a lot of stuff. I guess you did, take money from a lot of people.
I made $20-30 million off of you guys. Do you get why most of you will never get to the level I'm at?
Brag about all the scamming you did to people. Great way to be, Wes. Talk about your millions and how you got all these cars and houses, and you basically made it off taking people who had low self-esteem and robbing them blind. In my eyes, I said it before and I'll say it again, it's disgusting. I thought me and you were going to have a good talk today, Wes. Yes, we're not. The truth is, you'd probably step on your own mother. You'd probably do anything just to make money, You have no rules. You have no friends. You have no morals. You're just a fucking liar.
I will step on the back of your head. And someone I know 10 seconds ago, I could step on the back of their head if they died in front of me and walk right over their body. It would do nothing to me.
So if you'll step on the back of your best friend to get over a puddle or whatever the fuck you said, what about your clientele, Wes? Are these people, are any of these guys with low self-esteem actually coming out of the program? Are they actually following you and becoming, alpha dogs like you want them to be? I really have that question. How many of the guys that you were, I don't know, how many guys that were following you, sweating you, hanging on your dick, paying all this money? Tell me a story about just one of them and how well they did.
But there's a perfect topic. Had someone come in my DM who's been following me since 2019. And the dude hasn't done fucking shit with his life. He hasn't done fucking shit. And we're coming up on 5 years. Then he sends me a video of some chubby little fuck who has no veins, no shoulders, no muscle, no anything. He's like, hey, check it out. This guy does burpees all day. I said, yeah, and he looks like fucking shit. And the guy goes, man, having money made you a hater. Whatever happened to all the positivity? I've always been positive. I've been positively telling the truth the whole time.
Did you literally just say that you had a guy who was following you for years and he still turned into absolutely fucking nothing? Oh, that must be worth the thousands and thousands of dollars people pay to fucking hear a voicemail from you or to be put down in the email from you. I mean, your reviews just fucking suck. Wes, you know what? Let's start talking about the truth. Let's talk about the true man behind Wes T. Watson.
What? Fuck you. Shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of here.
Going anywhere. You just told me that some guy who's been following you forever got absolutely nowhere. You fucking tell me you hate your clients. They're a bunch of retards, basically. And you basically tell people right to their face that you're fucking robbing them. It seems like you solved your problems on the back of guys who have low self-esteem, Wes. What do you think about that?
The sad thing is, you simple bitches who cry about this, you're not going to like this. Profit solves everything. You really believe in this world that money is not really needed or it's evil, or all you pussies that say you don't need a 6 Rolls Royce, I'll just go buy a 6.
Wes, you might know a lot of things, but one thing you don't realize is that family's more important than money. The one thing you can't buy back, as they say, is time. I enjoy taking the weekends off. I enjoy seeing my family and hanging out with the dog and doing things.
I have no idea how bad you slack. You would take Sunday off? The fuck would you do that for? Your life looks like a fucking lame-ass vacation that nobody wants to go on, that everybody's dreading. All parties involved. Literally. My life looks like the best vacation ever.
I suck, Wes. You know what? Let's talk about it. When I was calling you, your wife and all your assistants, they kept telling me, oh, Wes got a hormone disorder. Wes got this disease called bitch titties from all the steroids he did. Why don't you just be honest, Wes? With all those steroids you did, with all those female hormones you have going on in your body, how did you find out you even had bitch titties? How'd this even go down? Just be honest for once.
I looked between my legs, saw a pussy.
Wait. Your hormone deficiency started when you woke up and you looked between your legs and you had a pussy? How much steroids do you do, bro? I mean, I know you had bitch tits, but you woke up and looked between your legs and you had a pussy. I don't care if you have all the money in the world, my friend. I don't know what I would do if I woke up and looked between my legs and I had a pussy. I mean, that can't feel too good.
That's me, motherfucker. I wake up with no reason to live.
Now the truth comes out. Maybe you're not, as great as you talk about. Maybe you do have problems. All the money in the world, you wake up with a pussy between your legs. I mean, come on, Wes. Now that you're spitting it out, why don't you talk about how you really feel? What do you really think of yourself?
I'm still a complete fucking shit. I'm still a hacker, loser. I'm still a bitch ass. I'm really getting numb to it all.
This is actually a good thing to hear, that maybe you don't think you're the best guy in the entire world. I mean, I thought you had the bigger ego than anybody ever in this universe. All you do is put people down and talk yourself up. But it does bring another question up. As, this all started with you being a prison YouTuber. And now that I'm finding out, if you'll even talk about it, that you woke up one day and had a pussy between your legs, how does that work out in jail? My guess is, as soon as you get to jail or prison or anything, to a main yard like you always talk about, and they find out you have a pussy, it's not going to be good for you. What do most of the guys say when they find out?
9 out of 10 people say, that's the motherfucker who's gonna take it.
I was really mad at you for your ego, but finding out that you have a pussy, that when you go to prison, everybody points and he's like, that's the guy who's gonna get it, that you're suicidal over it, you know? Maybe a lot of your shit is just a cover up. Maybe it's like you're wearing a mask and pretending to be somebody else. Is well, I don't even know how to say it. Once again, I could not imagine waking up with a pussy. It just, I couldn't deal with it, but I guess you can.
That's me, motherfucker. I wake up with no dick and nuts.
Wow, everyone. This was supposed to be a video where we talked good things. Wes was finally going to come out and say he was a good guy and it was a mask and he's been hiding the truth. We found that he was hiding the truth, but in a different way. I think he screams at everybody and he's mad at everybody all the time because he has a pussy. He has bitch tits, he has a pussy. He's not really a man. When he goes to prison, they're like, that's the guy you want to do. He's just been robbing people his whole life. Find out some crazy things here on YouTube. Anyway, I hope this teaches everybody a lesson that sometimes when you see somebody and you think they're better than you and you wonder how'd this guy get rich, it's actually a sad story. He had such low self-esteem from having a pussy that he decided to create this big image, this big persona that he's this big, rich guy who can help everybody out. But really, he's just a suicidal loser. Feel bad for him in a way. Wes, you can hang up. I don't even got any more questions for you. Guys, do your homework before you hire a life coach or whatever it is, somebody to help you get through the day and help you lift your self-esteem. Just make sure that they don't have a pussy or, they're not worried that they lost their dick and balls, that they're not suicidal, that they're not robbing people, that they're not just fake like he is. But for now, that's another interview from New York. I wish it would have went better. But until next time, everybody, have a great weekend. Peace.